Hi, everybody. Shalom and welcome to ReligionWinked TV, where my spiritual ear. Yay! All right, y'all. So basically, what I want to do is just bring you 3 quick stories. At Amazon, there's a search underway where the building turns on itself. Now, y'all know that's an autoimmune disease, right? Something happened. Whenever something turns on itself, it's auto. It means it's itself that did it. So this building, unlike the walls of Jericho, y'all, came down by itself. See, the building, the walls at Jericho, there was a marching around the walls 7 times. But at Amazon, 2 people are dead and multiple are trapped inside because this warehouse collapses on itself. Now, let me give you some of the comments here. One person says, Angelo's irate, but roof supports would cut down on floor space if the robots to move around. Well, having the roof take up the floor doesn't give them much space to work either. Another woman, anal eyes, analyze, anal eyes. The media finna have a field day with this one. Silver Paradox says they build those so quickly. And the last but not least, Maurice Norfleet says, what's causing this disaster? And I asked you guys this morning, what's causing this crazy disaster we're about to listen to here?
Storm caused a roof to collapse at an Amazon warehouse in southern Illinois, killing workers inside.
Judy's tracking it all from the newsroom for us. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning. The city's police chief confirms 2 fatalities from the collapse. There are injuries, with 1 person transported by helicopter to a St. Louis hospital. Police and firefighters are still trying to figure out exactly how many Amazon employees were in the warehouse. Storms hit Edwardsville, which is about 25 miles east of St. Louis, at about 8:30 last night. The roof and a long section of wall the length of a football field collapsed. There were initial reports of about 100 workers trapped. The current estimate is about 50 people were in the building when the severe weather hit. 30 employees who made it out were taken by bus to the police station in nearby Pontoon Beach. Search and rescue crews had to make sure conditions were stable enough for them to go in. There is a massive amount of debris. Cranes and backhoes are moving, and issues with power lines.
At this point, I do not know what the fire department is hearing, if anything. I know that they're still working the scene and treating it as, search and rescue efforts.
We have a tight-knit community, so it's, as I said, I'm just keeping everybody in my prayers. So it's, we're concerned for everyone. So.
Amazon opened the warehouse in August of 2016. The National Weather Service still isn't sure yet whether the damage was caused by straight-line storms or a tornado. An Amazon spokesperson says this morning, our thoughts, prayers, and deepest sympathies are with the victims, their loved ones, and everyone impacted. This is a devastating tragedy for our Amazon family, and our focus is on supporting our employees and partners. Governor Pritzker tweets that his prayers are with the people of Edwardsville. He pledged state resources and says he'll continue to monitor the situation. In the newsroom, Judy Wang, WGN News.
Judy Wang, thank you so much. And I'll take over from here, guys. Now, our prayers go out to the family. This is such a crazy tragedy. Freak accident, the tornado, the storms. Remember, in spirituality, Satan himself is the prince of the air. You got to remember that, people. So a lot of these strange things happening in the world that's somewhat unexplainable can be explained spiritually by the demonic that's going on. And it's just unfortunate that people lost their lives. They're still looking for people. And it's a sad, sad time around the holidays that people have to go through this. Not only the loss of life, but being out of work and having to, figure all that out at this time of the year, right? So moving right along, let's go ahead and get into the mother of 12 shot somewhere in Millennium Park, I believe in Chicago. Says she was unaware that her 12-year-old daughter was downtown until the day she came home shot. and was pretending like nothing was wrong with her. And the mother said, "What's wrong with you?" And she's like, "Oh, I've been shot." And you let me know what you think about this right here, guys.
12-year-old girl is now hospitalized in fair condition after being shot over the weekend downtown where large crowds of young people had gathered.
Her mother says the girl was supposed to be elsewhere. WGN's Patrick Elwood is at Comer Children's Hospital where she's recovering. With more on our story, Pat.
Dina and Ray, good evening to you. In the melee that erupted at Millennium Park Saturday night, a 12-year-old girl was shot. She continues to recover here at Comer Children's Hospital, but much to her mother's surprise, she didn't even know what happened until 2 days later, as she explains. Millennium Park's.
Yeah, I heard that pop, right? But before the mother explained, parents, please know where your children are. Stop letting them be grown. The world is not like it was when our generation grew up 50 and above. It wasn't even really safe then, but somehow the Lord protected us. Remember, 50 years ago, they took God out the schools, the public sector, the hospitals, the restaurants, the public library, everywhere your child go, on the bus, everywhere. There's no God now protecting these children. So, mom, please, dad, please. Stop being so caught up in you and the things of this world and pay these children some attention. I told you, shit, I get on my daughter's nerves. She's 28 with a family of her own, and I still feel guilty if I don't call her every day and check on her. For whatever reason, just to hear her voice and know that she damn it alive. I wish my mom would have did that with me, but she didn't. So that's a generational curse I'm breaking in my life. I care about my children, whether they want to fool with you or not. Care about your children, people. Whether they lied to you or not. Know where their whereabouts are at all times if you can until they get grown. And even when they get grown, you still want to know if your baby is all right, in the right hands, ain't out there doing nothing crazy. Now let's listen to how this mom says she thought she was one place, but she wasn't. And that's with y'all kids. Honor your mother and your father, and your days will go well with you. You won't be in the park getting shot up like this 12-year-old girl if you wasn't sneaking around trying to be grown and fast and hanging out with people who would make your mother believe you're at their house when they're taking you downtown. Now, I don't know if this mother knew or not she was downtown, but the mom says she didn't know. And that's the problem right there.
In this moment, where a gunman is seen firing off a shot that hit 12-year-old Jada Jones.
God kept my baby covered up.
Ruthie is Jada's mother. She says her daughter did not have permission to be at Millennium Park and believes that the gunman was just randomly shooting into a crowd.
I had no knowledge of my child being down there. She's 12. She wouldn't have been in Millennium Park.
Hold on. I don't care if she at the girlfriend house spending the night in the right place. You need to check on your children. Like I tell my daughter and told myself growing up, it doesn't matter where your kids are. And if they spending the weekend or spending the night or spending 2 hours, wherever they are, you need to call for that amount of time that they're there and check on them. Let your presence be known that you're that kind of mother, regardless if I get a babysitter or not, regardless if I'm at work or if I go out partying, concert, whatever it is, out to dinner, as long as I know that the person I got watching my children can be trustworthy, because sometimes they can't be, and then that they're going to do right by my child as if I'm still there in the presence, and not let my child go where she ain't supposed to go, do what she ain't supposed to do, say what she ain't supposed to say, and so forth and so on.
Staying with her half-sister in Calumet Park, but took her to Millennium Park Saturday night. When Jada returned home Sunday night, Mom knew something wasn't right away.
She came home in pain, and I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, well, I was at the park with my sister, and I fell and hit my back. All
right, and the child somehow is lying because she got shot. But here's another thing I want to make a point here, y'all. is that the the parents of this half sister, when they realized the child got shot Saturday night, ain't called the mother and let the mother know, and took the child to the hospital, let her stay heal overnight or something, finish her spending the night, and then when the child comes home, mom's like, "What's wrong with you?" "Oh, I fell." Satan is the father of lies, y'all. I don't care how you feel about your parents and how well you want to be out and how grown you want to be out in the world. Honor your mother and father, and it'll go well with you. I told you, me and my mom ain't always had the best of best mother daughter relationships, but as long as I honored her, we good today. They don't have no choice but to come and respect you for the honor you gave them, even knowing there was turbulent times, as that Bible talks about. Mothers against daughters, fathers against sons, nations against nations. And it goes on to say mother-in-laws against daughter-in-laws. Y'all, did you know that? Consider yourself blessed if you can find yourself anywhere in scripture at this day and point in time. But if you finding yourself at the park, 12 years old, getting shot because you done lied to your mama, you staying with your half-sister done took you here, the parents with the half-sisters ain't reach out to the mama, you're going to find yourself in a lot of situations like this, family. Knock it off.
I think I probably fractured something or anything, something like that. And I'm like, okay, I gave her a pain pill.
When the pain persisted, Ruthie took her daughter to a hospital in Indiana, but was turned away because there were no beds available. The next day, yesterday, she brought her here to Comer Children's Hospital, where she was admitted. An x-ray revealed how close that bullet came to her spine. Still, it ruptured her kidney and went through her spleen. The cruel irony of the matter is that Ruthie says
Y'all heard that baby scream, that pop and that baby scream. No, the irony of the matter is women, mother, fathers, stewards of the children, pay attention to your children. You know when something is wrong with your child. You know when something ain't right. You should be able to feel it in your spirit that something just ain't right. How do we take granted we take these children for granted? You give birth to them, and then all of a sudden you let the cartoons raise them. You let them eat and drink and do whatever the hell they want to do around here. You let them spend the night every damn where. And things like this happen to them, y'all. Until they get grown and on their own and start to smell their own musk and fish, honey, you stuck with them. And even then, you're stuck with them. Those are your children. God gave you those children to be stewards over. Raise them in the admonition of the Lord. Train a child in the way it should grow. It may depart, but it's going to come back to its senses. And unfortunately, this young lady's only 12, don't have much sense, allegedly, or too much sense trying to lie to her mama to get out to this party and end up paying damn near with her life. You think she learned her lesson? You think she's going to keep lying in life? You think she's going to keep deceiving her mother? You think she'll ever get the message that she should honor her mother and her father so it will go well with her and her days will be lengthened in this earth, okay? That's kind of how I made it to 54. I started honoring my mother regardless. All right, let's finish this up.
she moved her family from the city's Englewood neighborhood to the suburbs for safety's sake.
I moved to the suburbs because of everything that's happening in Chicago.
You can move the demon out the city, but the demon behavior gonna follow you. You can move you can take the girl out the country, but the country still gonna be in the girl. You can take the girl out the city, but the city still gonna be in the girl. You could take the demonic behavior and move it from one place to another place. That's just like you are hood mentality, born and bred, and then you try to go move in a gated community and you're still acting like you hood material. It don't matter where you move. The mentality of a man's mind, the woman's mind, the child's mind have to be renewed regardless of where the hell it lives. Just not to be lying, first of all, because it'll lead you down a road where you could get shot like the 12-year-old. Just being honest with God and honest with yourself and looking for those areas in life where you're not putting yourself at risk. And the greatest lie ever told was in Christianity, and we're all at risk out here because of it. Do you hear what I'm saying?
And
Ooh,
while police continue to
that scared me,
investigate,
y'all.
Ruthie is just glad her daughter isn't any worse off.
I'm so blessed.
Oh, yes, for the child to be alive, but that's not a blessing. That's not a blessed life to have your child lie to you and pretend she one place and not another place. See, we as black people, we got it ucked up. We really got it ucked up in so many ways across this board of life. We are our own worst enemies thinking like this. How blessed are you? When the lies are there, when you're running from one city to another city and can't find no peace wherever you're at. The wickedness seems to follow you wherever you go. People are allowing your daughter not to get shot, but know that she shot and didn't even reach out to you. Is that a blessing? I thought the blessings of God came without repentance and sorrow. And it seems like the little 12-year-old girl need to repent for her lies, and mom might need to repent for her ignorance of not knowing her whereabouts of her daughter. Do you agree? If not, take it or leave it or take it up with God, y'all. We got to stop speaking soft to the hard life situations that we are presented with on a day-to-day basis.
So again, her daughter Jada is in fair condition here at Comer Children's Hospital. Area 3 detectives are investigating, and you better believe, Ray and Dina, they're taking a close look at that video. We're live in Hyde Park. Patrick Elwood, WGN News. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Patrick Elwood. I'll go ahead and take it from here. Y'all let me know what you think about this whole entire situation with the mother of 12 shot in loop says she was unaware girl was downtown or shot until days later. Now, what parent is responsible for that? What community activist is responsible for not reaching out to their child's mother and telling her? And what mother is responsible for not calling her child or the people your child is with just to say, hey, is my baby okay? Ooh, and she might have found out the day of the shooting that her daughter was shot if mom probably would have had just reached out to see if her daughter was okay. And daughter, if she wasn't out here trying to, live that life allegedly or follow her stepsister who want to be about that life, would have just honored her mother and father or parents, period, God, herself, and said, I'm only 12. I can't go here without my mom. I got to let my mom know. At least let me call my mom and let my mom know. She think I'm over here staying with you, not going to the Millennial Park to possibly end up getting shot and lose my life. Now, moving right along on to this story. These were the details that proved Jussie Smollett's guilty. The attorneys are talking, and I told you in that other video, Jussie was saying, it wasn't me yelling MAGA, it wasn't me yelling MAGA, it wasn't me yelling MAGA, it wasn't me yelling MAGA. I was in that hotel bathroom bumping with my man on the floor. Hey, he knocked me upside my head and I ran through the front door yelling, MAGA, MAGA, they're coming after me. Yelling, MAGA, MAGA, the two Africans beat me. Honey, he was having a relationship with one or both of them. Allegedly. There was a whole bunch of drug use, fueled anger, and fire burning up in their bones, baby, according to Romans 1. Romans chapter 1, honey, the whole entire verse, right? And other people are just basically saying Jussie is out here setting back black people 500 years. Our coming and in the making. We trying to start all over again with this nonsense, right? They already trying to take civil rights from us, Jussie. What are you doing out here, bro? All right, so yeah, it was a bunch of. I'll link the videos I did to the original story when it first came out. But Jussie is yelling, "It wasn't me." Let's listen. No, that's me yelling. It wasn't me in my Jussie voice. Okay, that's what he should have been yelling. It wasn't me. He said it, but he lied about it, y'all. And once again, Satan is the father of lies. John 8:44. Jussie. Oh, Jussie. Jussie.
On February 14th, 2019, Valentine's Day, Jussie Smollett sat down for an interview with the most credulous person and also the best paid person on television, Robert Roberts, to describe his fake hate crime. Here's what he said.
As I was crossing the intersection, I heard Empire. And I don't answer to Empire. My name ain't Empire. And I didn't answer. I kept walking, and then I heard Empire. So I turned around and I said,
Wait. Y'all know I'm about to say it. He come from a Christian family. That's what listen, that is the most wickedest religion, not the people, but that delusion they're under, man. You see him sitting here talking about, I heard Empire. No, Jussie, you heard something else in that hotel room. And it wasn't of God. It ain't God, y'all. It ain't God.
did you just say to me? I mean, I see the attacker masked. And he said, this mask.
Jussie said he see the attacker mask. Hell yeah, he had a mask on while he was up in that damn hotel room knocking you upside your head, allegedly. Jussie, how dare you? At the peak of our persecution here in America, with Trump being president at the time, how dare you, man? I mean, come on, y'all. Enough is enough. Knock it off today. Just knock it off.
MAGA country punches me right in the face.
Now, if you don't know what MAGA means, it means Make America Great Again. But there was a time, I don't know if America ever was really, really, really great because our ancestors was brought over here into slavery. But there was a time it was great for the slave master. And Trump and these people that you keep voting for want to make America great again, where they can buck break you, where they can water hose you, where they can make you look down and turn away from them and not look them in the eye, where they can put a yoke on you, where they can treat you like cattle and sheep like you, and do those kind of abominable, dishonorable, disgraceful things unto you that God would never let any God, Jesus, and anybody do to you in this Bible through Christianity to you. Great again. This is how they want to make America great again, y'all. Where you have no voice. You sold on the chopping block. This America was good to them, y'all. And your resistance and your little rebellion has been the problem here in America. I suggest it gets stronger. But y'all don't want to fight the resistance. You want to go along with the devil so he never flee, and you resist God. But the Bible says the devil will flee you. All right? Jussie, I suggest you submit yourself to God.
Just jumped. And then I look down and I see that there's a rope around my neck.
Oh, God.
There's a rope.
Oh, there's a rope around your neck. Lord Jesus, Jussie, they tried to lynch you on that cold Chicago night in 2019. It was about January 29th. How I know? There was some folks going to court on YouTube. That's how I know, Jussie. and it was January 29th, if my memory serves me right. It was a cold, 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 cold Chicago night, Jesse. Freezing, brutal. And you out here playing these witch games. Oh, Jesse, now they had a rope around your neck, huh? Boy. Boy. Mm-mm-mm. They should have had one around your lips to keep you from telling the damn lie, okay?
I don't like Donald Trump. It happens a lot in Chicago. So as he was giving that interview, and Robin Roberts was nodding, oh, Jussie, yes. The people who beat him up were in custody in Chicago. They're called the Osundario brothers. They're from Nigeria, and they were giving police the evidence that ultimately led to the convictions we just saw. Now, Smollett's lawyer is promising that conviction will be overturned. We thought it'd be interesting to hear from the attorney for the Osundario brothers. Her name is Gloria Rodriguez, and we're very glad to have her join us tonight. Gloria, thanks so much for coming on.
This is a prime example of your lover being scorned and setting you up. You think you're setting the lover up, baby. The lover is setting you up. Oh, Jesse, we got a lot to learn, okay? Let's just hear what the lawyer got to say, and then I'm moving on, guys.
Clients think of all of this.
Oh, my goodness, Tucker. Well, let me just say first and foremost that when you first had me on, it was pretty early on after this, hoax came on. And I came back on your show first because you promised me that you would follow this story correctly and portray it correctly. And true to your word, you did. And you've gotten it right since day one on this. So I'm happy to be back.
Hold on. We all got it right from day one. Give credit where damn credit is due. Ain't nobody, even Jesse, mama and family in hell, didn't believe that. I would hope not. But then, based in Christianity, everybody is apt to believe a lie and have been believing a damn lie and choose to believe a lie over the truth when they can smell it, sense it, and feel it all up in their face and space and place. They still would choose the lie over the truth and would know that the person is lying and says, oh, I'll forgive you. Oh, Jesus is going to fix it. Jesse, how Jesus going to fix this? How?
Here talking to you about what happened. And you and I both knew what really happened. And the Osundario brothers are very thrilled and grateful that the jury, didn't buy the fake act.
All right, we're going to end it right there. Jussie Smollet is guilty. Now you can go on with your day. Now you're released to go out into the community and share this channel with your friends, your family, and anybody else you think can take advantage of what thus saith the Lord in these last days. And hell, even my personality and quirkiness over here as well. You think they can get with these two mess together in one of the messiest channels on YouTube as far as the Bible is concerned, then this is where they need to be. And you all are welcome to my family as long as you come in the name of the Most High God and come to obey His commands, His laws, His statutes, and His judgments. Other than that, we won't have any problems here on this channel. And with that being said, I appreciate you all and God bless you. Guilty. He would run around here saying, it wasn't me. Wasn't me in the bathroom. It wasn't me. It wasn't me in the subway. It wasn't me. It wasn't me yelling MAGA. It wasn't me. It wasn't me getting beat up. It wasn't me yelling MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. MAGA, 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 MAGA. And with that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Have a good day. God bless you. Ooh, Lord, I got some more for y'all. All kind of commentary and stuff coming down the line. Okay, y'all just stick with me. Subscribe, like, share, comment down below. And let's have fun today. I got all the time in the world by the grace of God.